Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back. So today we're going to be talking about Black Friday and some of my suggestions for you guys. This is not a sponsored video. It's just me as a friend trying to give you guys some good game recommendations for, of course, Black Friday. We're going to be using lots of different websites, whether it be GOG, Steam, as well as even in the Battle.net. So starting right off, I'm going to go ahead and mention that there's going to be kind of three categories. So check out the timestamps. I'm going to go over basically a huge amount of games that are like $5 and under, and then I'm going to go over just some of my favorites, and then we're going to go over games that came out this year. So starting right off, some of these websites may have better deals depending on your region. Some of these deals may not actually apply, but you guys got about another day-ish here because most of these will bleed into the next day. So starting right off, I'm going to go ahead and go over one of my favorite games of all time, and it is sitting here for literally $2. This is a absolute steal. If you like RPGs, I'm guessing most of you guys more likely follow me from maybe Diablo, Path of Exile. This is one of the coolest games ever. It's so old it doesn't even have a trailer. I had to go to like YouTube to find the trailer, and man, it is still really low quality for the trailer, but the gameplay itself is absolutely amazing. So if you're a fan of games like Skyrim, like you like first person, like medieval games, it's definitely a game for you. But on top of that, it's got really good customization. Again, sorry, it's potato quality. This game came out and it is so good. It is miles ahead of most FPS melee combat games, even to this day. This game was so ahead of its time. I'm hoping that this game will eventually get a sequel, but yeah, the itemization in this game is actually quite decent, and then if you like old school FPS games, you'll like this game a lot. It's got great secrets, great combat. There's literally nothing wrong with this game other than it didn't ever get a sequel. This game is so good. I could talk about this for like 10 minutes alone, but we got a lot of games over here. So let's go ahead and go into the next game over here. So the next game, if you haven't played Portal 1 and 2, they are literally 99 cents. And I'll try to show off I'll show off some gameplay of all these games that we're going to be talking about, kind of just rapid fire here. So this is a puzzle game. It's really amazing in terms of its game design. There's really nothing similar to this game in its awesome design for like how the gameplay works. There's lots of memes with it. There's even different mod support for the game. You can download other created maps from users, and it's still like a really good game. Like this game aged very well, and like I said, it's literally 99 cents. You can't get any cheaper than that. There's also Portal 1 and 2, so don't skip out on Portal 2. Buy them both for 99 cents. It's an absolute steal. Next up though, Black Desert. Surprisingly, like I used to actually stream this game, but I wouldn't even play the game. If you guys didn't know, I used to sit there in the character customization of Black Desert, and this game's also 99 cents. And I just played literally the character creator. It is so good to just make hot anime girls in this game, but there is gameplay to it, and it is a MMO sort of a game, but it's got pretty good action combat, but I really just like it for the character creator. For 99 cents, it's got one of the greatest character creators, and like I literally would get more people watching me stream the game creating characters in the game than my actual gameplay. And it's because the character creator is so dang cool, and you can share files, you can make celebrities in it. But again, if you guys like, action RPGs, as far as MMOs go, this and Guild Wars 2 are pretty much one of my favorites. Guild Wars 2 is also a free-to-play game, so I couldn't really include it in here. But on top of that, For Honor is actually on sale here as well. It's $2.99, and I think this game was really fun. I actually really like the campaign for this game. Since, it is like a medieval combat-oriented game, there are other things that you can do in the game. There is like a multiplayer, but generally for like, again, I'm trying to cover games right now that are like $5 and under, and like this game was awesome, especially for single player. I really just enjoyed the single player of the game, but there is multiplayer. And another really cool game is the Dishonored series. 1 and 2 are both great. I personally like the first one the most if you're wondering for recommendation. They don't even have gameplay. Some older games, they don't have gameplay for some reason on Steam, but this is another like melee combat oriented game. It's by the same people that did Dark Messiah. That's why I love it so much. It's a really cool game. It's got like kind of like magic powers, but it has a stealth aspect, but it's really awesome. I wish they would show like actual gameplay here, but this is like a trailer for it. But yeah, basically it's kind of a stealth oriented game, but another fantastic choice, again, for like a couple bucks. It is a steal. Next up, since I like action RPGs, honestly, my best suggestion, if you guys really like Diablo and you want more Diablo games that aren't named Diablo, I like Titan Quest. I think Titan Quest was a pretty decent game. Oh, they only have, okay, here's the Anniversary Edition. Obviously, I already have it. They actually did make an expansion to this game as well. And if you're a fan of, action RPGs, this game, as well as Last Epoch, are kind of good. But Last Epoch's not in the $5 category. It's a little bit more pricey. Technically, the game's not out yet. But it's another $5 game, so I wanted to include it. The next game, I actually can't show you guys, otherwise this video will get absolutely age restricted, but it's called Wolfenstein. The New Order is really, really good, okay? This game is completely different from what I played. Do not get this one, okay? Important. Just Wolfenstein, the New Order. It's awesome. Again, I'm sorry I can't show you guys anything with this game. Otherwise, yeah, don't get age restricted. Also, Deus Ex. This is another game that I really like. If I could spell it right. Deus Ex, specifically Human Revolution, the director's cut, is a fantastic game. It's another stealth game, but you don't really have to play it super stealth. I like this game a lot. I think it's got one of the best stories of all time, and it's by far a long shot one of my favorite games of all time in terms of story. Speaking of story-driven games, Max Payne is actually on sale as well. The other one is $5.99, so I guess it doesn't count in here. But the first 3 games, well, it's actually every single Max Payne game is excellent. I don't even know if this one will have gameplay, but it is a third-person shooter, but it's got one of the best, like, ways to tell a story. His face is kind of like memes, but in terms of gameplay and story content, this game is excellent, and for $3.50, it is absolute steal. Okay, and then now I want to go over games that are above $5, but some of these are going to be on other websites. Again, I'll link some of the stuff if I can remember to actually link, but it's just, GOG is a great website as well to pick up games. Sometimes you can get games for cheaper here, but specifically, you cannot buy Diablo 1 like anywhere except for GOG, and this does come with Hellfire, which is so hard to buy. I actually have the physical CD of Hellfire. It was the expansion that came with Diablo, and if you're looking on websites to download it, a lot of times they don't include Hellfire, which is kind of important for some of the mod support, and this game's awesome. It's Diablo 1. I mean, it looks just so good. I still like the way this game looks, and I'm going to be dropping some more mod videos, and you could save, and it's pretty much been the cheapest price that I've seen in a long time, but it's only $10 anyways. But Diablo 1 is still an excellent game if you have the patience for it. Some people feel like it didn't age well if you're like more of a modern gamer. Maybe stick with Diablo 3, which is another recommendation that I have. But Diablo 1, excellent choice with the Hellfire expansion. Some of the stuff is memes in Hellfire, but the game is still definitely good. Then going into the Blizzard store, if you haven't played the StarCraft 2 campaign, like StarCraft 2 is free, but that's the multiplayer part. The campaign of getting all 3 of the entire campaigns, that is so good for $30. It's an absolute steal. Before, like, just the expansion alone, I think it was like 30 or $40. And it's good. The whole StarCraft campaign, all of them are so much fun. And for $30, I think that's an excellent deal. Obviously, since we're a Diablo content creator, I gotta absolutely recommend you guys to check out Diablo 2 Resurrected. It is so dang good. And there's gonna be a mod gameplay that I'm gonna be uploading called Diablo 2 Remodded. And that's another excellent thing that I can recommend. There's also the Classic Edition, if you can get that for cheap. I think that's, in my personal opinion, it's better because you can run Median XL, as there's no Median XL for, like, Diablo 2 Resurrected. So basically, this is the HD version. I'm sure they have some sort of, like, trailer. Oh, I have to put in my sign or whatever. Basically, Diablo 2 is one of the most fan-favorited Diablo games in the entire series, and I play this game every single day after school for, like, so many years. It's an excellent game. However, I'm just going to warn you guys, it is kind of hard. I have, like, a full tutorial walkthrough of the entire series of, like, Diablo and like normal Nightmare Hell. So if you guys want to check that out, that's available. I actually recommend Diablo 3 the most though, and the reason why is it's a very easy casual game to go ahead and hop into. Diablo 2 is quite difficult, I'm going to be honest, especially for a newer player. It doesn't give you like any tutorials and stuff. But Diablo 3, get this edition, by the way. I know there's so many different editions. Get the battle chest, which comes with Diablo and the expansion for Diablo 3. Don't worry about getting the Eternal Collection. What it comes with is the Necromancer, and that's like $14, so you get like $5 off, I guess. But it is still worth it to get just the battle chest of getting the Rise of the Necromancer is just the Necromancer class. Literally, just one character is half the price of, like, the game with the expansion. So, again, I'd recommend you guys just to get the Battle Chest. That's the one that you want. You know, I'm not even streaming any sub, and, yo, shout outs to him. Anyways, yeah, the Battle Chest is what you actually want to get. And then if you enjoy it, you can maybe get the Necromancer later. Unless that's your favorite class in Diablo 4, and then I guess get this one because it's a little bit cheaper. So those are my recommendations via Battle.net. But going back into other recommendations that I really enjoyed, specifically this one kind of is in this year. But Cyberpunk with Phantom Liberty, it's on sale on like everything on Epic Games as well. But Cyberpunk, specifically Phantom Liberty, I honestly felt like this was my favorite game of the year. Like, even though I will say, if I was to give a game of the year, I would have given it to Baldur's Gate. No question about it. But I had a lot more fun playing Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty. I enjoyed it. It felt like the game was so much better after they had, like, fixed it. So, yeah, Phantom Liberty is excellent, but you'll need the base game to buy it, so it is like a DLC. But this technically isn't on sale, so the base game for $30 is definitely worth it. But it goes on sale all the time, so I wouldn't really worry too much about that. Also, I want to mention, if you guys use Epic Games, you can get, even if it's not on sale, there is like a coupon that's going on. You get 33% on almost everything. You can't like buy in-game currency, but for the most part, if something's not on sale, I would check Epic Games. Most of the games do work with a coupon. You get 33% off. So even if it's not on sale on Black Friday, that is technically an option. Another thing that I thought was a really good deal is the Master Chief Collection. I was a huge Halo fan. I used to go to the MLGs for this game. Master Chief Collection is awesome. I'm getting that many games. You get, for $10, you get Halo Reach, Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary, Halo 2 Anniversary, Halo 3, ODST, Halo 4. So you get like so much, and for, again, $10, that is an absolute steal. Speaking of an absolute steal, the Mass Effect Legendary Edition is $11. This includes all of the good Mass Effect games, basically not Andromeda. So yeah, this game is really good. If you like story-driven games, it does have some combat, but that's not what drives you to play the game. And on top of that, you can add mods to the game and add a lot more content to your experience. And this game is really good if you like games that you get to choose kind of the outcome. And I really liked it. It's one of my favorite like BioWare games of all time. And then on top of that, there's also Sifu. Sifu is a really cool game. This game, like, legit, like, never goes on sale because I was waiting for it to go on sale for, like, a really long time. I have it on, I think I have it on Epic Games. But this game is pretty cool if you guys like a Kung Fu game. You got, like, lots of different combos. If you're kind of a fan of... It has a little bit of, like, quick time events, but I just think it's a really cool game, and the mod support is awesome. I don't know if I've already dropped videos. I made definitely like YouTube shorts and TikToks of the character Kiriko as the character. And there's so many mods for this game as well. It mostly just changes up the characters, but it was a really good game. And this one technically did come out this year, so I guess it's kind of in that category as well of games that came out this year. But on top of that, I really enjoyed as well Doom Eternal. This is one of my favorite FPS games that came out more recently. I mean, it came out in 2020. But yeah, Doom Eternal, excellent choice. And for $7.99, it is an absolute steal as well. Very good game. I would not recommend the DLC, though. Both the DLCs, dang, the DLC is almost as much as the game. The DLC is not worth it, though. Just skip it on the DLC for sure. It's way too short, and it doesn't have the same amount of flow that I really enjoyed. Another game is Ghost Runner. Ghost Runner was an excellent game, and the sequel just came out, which we still need to play. But you can see over here, Ghost Runner is on sale as well. It's heavily discounted, but yeah, this game's good. Recommend downloading the demo, see if you like it. It is a game where you are going to be going very fast. Let's see if we can see the actual gameplay. I'm going to try to play the gameplay trailers as much as possible, but it's a game where you have a sword. If you're a fan of Genji from Overwatch, this is literally you being like Genji, running around, dashing, and slicing things up. It is awesome. It is a relatively like speedrunner oriented game, so if you're interested in more like a narrative driven story where you get to like kind of make decisions, the decision making in this game is how do you want to traverse the like environment. It's mostly a speedrunning game, but it is awesome. Highly recommend it for $10. Great game as well. And then on top of that, Devil May Cry is one of my favorite games of all time as well. And it's only $10. Really awesome. If you like hack and slash games, combo-based games, there's not too much in terms of like RPGs. There is like some character progression, but it's mostly like more HP and you get to learn like more movesets, but there's no really like equipping stuff because, you know, I like to mention, you know, what the games kind of have here. But Devil May Cry is pretty awesome. It's one of my favorite action games next to Metal Gear Rising. Unfortunately, this game isn't on sale. It never goes on sale ever. Like Rising Revengeance, let's see, what is it at right now? It's like $30. This one's not on sale, so I guess it doesn't qualify for our video, but yeah, I give a shout out to this game because it definitely deserves a sequel. And then on top of that, these are going to be now in a category where I'm going to consider games that came out this year. Like I said, I guess Ghost Runner 2 would kind of be in that category, but that one's not on sale. Sifu would be in that category as well. But Bomb Rush Cyberpunk, if you guys are fans of like Jet Set Radio Future, this is a game that I really need to stream. Like it's basically like Jet Set Radio. If you like that kind of game, it's got kind of a cool style. It's got really awesome music, and it's just like super different. It's not necessarily like Tony Hawk, but there is elements where you can do tricks and you can get points, but it's just a cool game. If you like something completely different, I'd recommend looking at like gameplay of this game first, because it's kind of more in like a niche if I was to recommend this to a friend. And then also Hi-Fi. I think this one was free on Xbox, I think, at one point, but nonetheless, Hi-Fi Rush is a action rhythm-based game. So if you like games that kind of have some music, this is a definite recommend as well. I mean, look at this. It's got like, I mean, I guess you guys can see the whole timeline on like the reviews, but most of these games that are recommended are all pretty much like overwhelmingly positive, I would say. And then on top of that, this is another thing that like I need to get this. Wait, is it not here? Okay. So Trine over here is also on sale. Some of these I need to actually pick up. They're on my to-do list, but I got a lot of like Diablo videos that I'm working on right now for builds, and those got to get done first. But this is another game on my to-do list. Oh, I guess it has a price drop. Yeah. But yeah, this game is really fun with friends. So if you're looking for like co-op games, because most of the games that I mentioned, they're all literally like single player or like online, but they're still single player games. But this game over here is really fun with friends. So how it works, and because it kind of falls into like the traditional like RPG of like you have a wizard, you have a like rogue bow person, and then you have a warrior. It's like the trinity of, you know, most games in terms of like D&D. But I like this game a lot because basically the warrior has a shield. He can like reflect things. He can have people jump on the shield. The wizard can manipulate like objects, and then the rogue can use like the bow. Like basically, if you enjoy games where both people have to work together, if you've ever played like It Takes Two, I don't even know if that game's on Steam. This is another good recommendation. It Takes Two is another great co-op game, and oh, okay. So this game is also on sale. Okay, another recommendation. This came out a while ago, but this game is really cool as well if you like to work together on co-op. Now, what's cool with this game is it does split screen, and also only one person needs a copy of the game. And then I think you have to have like the EA Origin to like give your friend the code, and then they can download the game. So yeah, only one person needs the game, which is awesome. But yeah, this game is really good as well. It's more narrative driven, but it does require two people to play together. So if you're looking for a game to maybe play with your significant other or maybe a sibling, it's pretty easy at first glance, but there are complex parts in the game, and there's other elements of basically an action RPG in here. There's lots of like other games inside this game, which I think is really cool. But yeah, another game that I could recommend, and it came out not too long ago. And then I want to recommend this game because it's one of the best games of the year. However, it doesn't qualify for our like Black Friday list, so it gets another shout out over here like some of the other games. But those are my recommendations for Black Friday / all of like the best games that I could recommend you guys as a friend. Again, this was not a sponsored video, just trying to recommend you guys some games. There's probably a bunch more, but I'm already at this point where we're already at 20 minutes, and I want to keep this video not 2 hours long because I could recommend so many more games. But what are some other great games that you guys see that are on sale on Black Friday that you guys could recommend? Let me know in the comment section below, because those are my recommendations to you, and now it's your turn to recommend me some more games to maybe play and stream. But that's going to wrap it up. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on it, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.